In this video guide, we're going to see how we can use customized text and using fonts in Dreamweaver. So the first thing we're going to do is download a font. First of all, you need to search it, of course. And in this case, I'm going to get fonts from this website, but there are also other websites, and you can see other video guides in the channel talking about this topic, because you can use fonts anywhere, not only in Dreamweaver and websites. So I'm going to go here. You can see there are so many. Some of these, they have free license, and some are like more restrictive. So you need to check on that. Now, for this example, I'm going to use this one here, which is free 100%, as is written here. So I'm going to click on download and save it in my computer. Now that's going to be a zipped folder. So I need to open that directory, extract or get into the folder and copy everything and paste it into my website folder. So usually you create a folder on your computer, and that's going to be your local folder. And I'm going to paste it here. This is lesson 16 of my Dreamweaver video course. If you're interested, you can check the rest of the lessons. If you think you cannot do this, which is pretty simple. Now I'm going to cut everything. I'm going to put it into a folder. So I'm going to create a specific folder called fonts. And here I'm going to paste everything, all the fonts I want to use. In this case, I'm just going to use this, and I can see a preview. And I can check in the properties which formats I have. So I have a OTF format here, and then I have another one. So this is TTF or true type font, and this one is good. This one I can use it, and there's the license there. Now you can also donate to the author of the font you're using if you want. And so I've already inserted a text in the HTML page in Dreamweaver, and I change this into H1. So this is a heading 1. And I'm going to use this just to do the example of the font change. Again, if you don't know how to do any of this, you can check the entire Dreamweaver video course. So down here, I have the panel properties. And if I go in the CSS area, you can see I can change the fonts that I have. And then down at the bottom, I have manage fonts inside that list. And from here, I can create, or let's say generate or install the new font. So I'm going to go here and select a name. So I'm going to say Bebas. And then it's going to be a true type font. So I need to browse in my computer where that font is. And this is why it's really important to put it inside the same folder of the web page or the website that you are creating. And also you can here assign the license, and so I can see there the local site folder. And okay, let me do this again. So type font name, select the true type font, insert the license, and then done. So once it's done, that should be visible in the list in here. So if you scroll down, there you go, we can see it. But before, we need to save this document. So let's save it, and I'm gonna save it in the same folder of where I put the font, so of the site that I am doing right now, which is the lesson 16 folder of my course. So I'm gonna give a name here, just like test font, something like that. And there you go. Now you can see the font right there. So now I successfully created and customized a new font, new text type. So if I go here, you can see I'm using that. I can go back to the previous fonts, and then I can select the one that I've just created right there. Now, if you go in the design view, be careful because it's not going to show. So you need to run a preview on a browser, or you need to switch into live mode in Dreamweaver to actually see it. So also check on that if it's not working. And once it's there, you can just use it as any other type of font in Dreamweaver. So you can change, you can make it italic. Sometimes you can also change the boldness, the bold effect. And then you have the possibility to increase the size. Let me make this bigger than this. So let's go for like 100 pixels. There you go. So we can see it clearly. We can, of course, change the color of the entire line here, or just part of the text can be underlined and edited separately with the span tag in the HTML language. So you can see I'm assigning different colors for the selected test thanks to the span tag. And then if I go in the selectors here in the CSS designer panel, I can type H1 and I can furthermore customize this H1 using the standard CSS properties that I find in the CSS designer. For example, let's add a blur shadow. So I'll put a shadow in there and then add the blur. But you can see it looks like glowing effect when it has color. So only in the text, it looks black and like a shadow. But if you want to, you can change and apply the shadow to every part of the text. And you can take off the blur if you don't want the blur, you want more sharp effect. And well, that's basically it. You can continue here. Well, let's check something additional here, like for example, word spacing can be helpful to separate the words, and also the letter spacing if you want to customize and make it bigger space between the letters. And then you have other stuff like alignment, etc., etc. You get the idea. You can test it yourself. Now in the selector, you can see we also see font face. In fact, if I analyze a little bit the HTML language here, well, we can see there is a style sheet that is linked. So we have an external style sheet, and again, this is explained in the Dreamweaver video course. So if you want to know how to do that, just go there. But we can see that it's not, well, there is some coding here in the H1. So you can see the style, font family, Bebas, font style italic, font weight, font size, and span. That's for the color changing in there. If you want to go like writing your own code, this is the HTML part. And the rest is in the CSS. So if I go and check the CSS, this is where I can find some style applied to the H1 tag, so to the heading. Let me make this clearer. There you go. So that's for the heading, and then that's the part concerning the font. So this is how it works. We have a font family, we have an address, so where the page is getting that font from. That's really important to keep everything nice and organized into the folder site. If I delete that, you can see the font is gone. So that's how it's going to happen in terms of HTML and CSS. And that's it for this video. I think it's good enough for the topic that we wanted to explore. And if you want, you can subscribe, stay updated for more videos like this. Just going to continue here to play around with my text and continue to customize it. If you want to support us and thank us, you can join the channel as a supporter. This will help us a lot to make more videos. And there are already a lot of videos and video guides and video courses in the channel, so make sure you go and check that out. And so that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next.